Welcome to the Retail Doctor Group 12 Tips to Fit Christmas Retailing. Welcome, Peter.
Hi, Sylvia. How are you today?
Very well, thank you. So for those of you that have just tuned in, Peter is our Head of Implementation at Retail Doctor Group, over 40 years of experience. Very excited to have him on board, sharing his tips and tricks for surviving Christmas. Today, we're talking about customer database activity. So it's all about communicating with our VIPs and our big spenders during this busy Christmas trading period. So what should I be doing as a retailer, Peter, with my database of customers in the lead up to Christmas to make sure the leakage to competitors is maintained?
Thank you for the question. It's a very pertinent one as we become more and more digitally aware, and this year in particular with the online. So we've got a whole lot of new challenges, and the whole community has lifted its game in terms of understanding online purchase options and the communication with the brands it knows and loves. One of the questions that I'm asked really frequently by retailers is, how often should I be communicating with my database? And I'm hoping that all the retailers by now have a database of their regular customers. So I think, again, it depends on what your message is going to be. If you're getting new stock every week, that's fine. Send it out weekly. But the question that we're facing now is over Christmas. All retailers are pounding their customers and their inboxes are filling up really, really quickly. So how do you get cut through? If you have a fairly sophisticated system where you can address them by name, that helps. If you know what they like, that is the next step, or what they purchased before, so that you can talk with a focused message to them. That, of course, helps. But a lot of databases are not that sophisticated. So it's just a question of connecting with them, of inviting them into your store, giving them a reason to come in. And I think twice a week in the 4 weeks leading up to Christmas is probably about the right amount of time. I think perhaps on a Monday and a Friday are 2 good days, and you'll get a good reaction, a good, what they call click through. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you don't want to do it too often. I think daily is too often, and I think fortnightly is not often enough. But twice a week, I think, as a general rule, is a good number in which to communicate.
And Peter, what are the... Pardon me?
Carry on. I was about to say, you don't always have to be doing hard sell.
Yes.
It's also about being interesting.
You're about to answer my question, Peter. Go on.
About being interesting and topical and relevant for that customer and for that time. So it's not always a question of just hard sell. It's a question of connecting with the customer.
Yeah, and that was my question around, well, what are the kind of things that should I be communicating? If it's twice a week, what should I be communicating to my customers?
Well, if you're in the cookware business, talk about recipes. Talk about how to get a decent turkey roast, if that's where you're at. And you're subliminally saying that you need to have a really good baking pan.
Yeah.
So, but it's plenty of information, be relevant, be friendly, and be subtle.
I like it. Thanks, Peter.
You might at the end say, and we've got the best cooking pans, but at the end of the day, it's not the upfront message.
Yeah, I like it. It's not the hard sell.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, well, that's a wrap for today. Thanks, Peter. We'll see you tomorrow.
We want to add one thing, though.
There's one more.
Really important at this time of the year, and for me, one of the biggest dangers that retailers face is over-promising delivery times.
Of course, yes, that's a good one.
If you promise that it's a 4-day delivery, make sure that it is a 4-day delivery, because if it's not, if it turns into something later than you expect, that is very damaging to your brand. And you know, you're not always doing delivery yourself, often relying on third parties. So, I mean, the post office has already said they can't guarantee any delivery before Christmas, after the 12th. That's 10 working days.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long time.
Yep.
So make sure that what you promised, you can deliver.
Absolutely. And that's why I've seen quite a few of the companies that I interact with online sending emails weeks ago saying, if you want to get a guaranteed Christmas delivery, to have your order in by a specific date. I think that's clever.
Yes, absolutely. So there are a lot of people that will be going online 3, 4, 5 days before Christmas. They're not going to get their goods.
Yeah. And that would be me. And that's why I'm normally the late night shopper at Chadstone in the middle of the night doing all my shopping, because I have not done my online shopping early enough. Well, that's a wrap for today. Thanks, Peter. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.